it's time to talk about how to determine if a table is proportional or not proportional. The question we're going to answer today is how can you determine if a table is proportional or not proportional? So a table is proportional if the unit rate is the same throughout the table, and the table may contain 0, 0. So it doesn't have to contain 0, 0, but it's okay for it to have 0, 0 in it. Just like when you look at a graph, the graph contains 0, 0, so it's fine if there's 0, 0 in the table. Let's start by labeling x and y. X is at the top, and the bottom row are the y values. Then I change colors, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you that 0, 0, that's fine to have in the table. We're just going to leave that alone. We don't use 0, 0 to find the unit rate. And now I'll pick a different color. And then I'm going to use 2 140 to fill in the unit rate formula. Y is 140, so that goes in the numerator. And the x value is 2, so that goes in the denominator. 14 divided by 2 is 7, so 140 divided by 2 is 70. Pick a different color. The y value is 350, so that goes in the numerator. And the x value is 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7, so 350 divided by 5 is 70. The unit rate was 70, and then again it was 70. Since the unit rate was the same throughout the whole table, this is a proportional relationship between miles and hours. Example number 2. We start by labeling x and y. So the x values in a vertical table are on the left. And the y values are these values that are on the right, in the right column. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and choose a color for this first point. The y value is 8, and the x value is 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So the first unit rate I found is 2. Remember, y over x, that's the unit rate formula, so all of these are unit rates that we're finding. I'll pick a new color. The y is 12, and the x is 6, and we get, again, a unit rate of 2. All right, 7, 14, the y is 14, and the 7 is the x, and that gives me a unit rate of 2. And you might be asking, why are you continuing on? And that's because you have to check every point. Let me show you what I mean. The y in this case is 21, the x is 9. 21 divided by 9 is not 2. Let's see what we get once we reduce it. 21 divided by 3 is 7, 9 divided by 3 is 3, and I'm going to change it to a mixed number. 3 goes into 7 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. The difference between 7 and 6 is 1, so that goes in the numerator, and the denominator stays a 3. So we get 2 and 1/3. Even though 2 and 1/3 is close to 2, this is not the same unit rate as the 2's. Since the unit rate is not the same throughout, this is not a proportional relationship. So we say no. We were being asked, is the relationship represented in this table proportional? So no, it's not proportional. And then our final example, we're going to label x and y. The top values are all x's. And this bottom row, those are all y values. I pick a color, and I fill in y is 2 and x is 6. And then I'll reduce it by dividing each by 2 since they're both even numbers. And I get 1/3 for the unit rate. I simplified it so it's easier to compare to these other unit rates. So we get, for this example, 4/12. I can reduce this example as well by dividing each by 4. And I get 1/3. So it seems like so far it's proportional. And then this last point, the y is 6, the x is 24, and we can reduce this fraction as well to be able to compare it to the other two. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 24 divided by 6 is 4. 1/4 is not the same as 1/3 and 1/3. Since the unit rate was not the same throughout, this table is not proportional. Remember, if a table is proportional, the unit rate will be the same. If a table is not proportional, the unit rate will not be the same throughout.